What's up, guys? AnxiousJ here, coming at you with another episode of the Poor Man Road. No, not Poor Man Road to Glory. Mike Trout get him a ring dynasty, which we failed to do in the last episode. So, what you can see now is we are currently in the arbitration period. Now, I really want to bring back all of these guys. If I can bring you back on 850. You've been very serviceable. Taibu Tree, what would you want? You would want 990, but you're also going to get 845. See, slightly lower. And then Richard Lovelady, offer extension. His arbitration's actually even lower. We're going to go with 690. Boom. So we got all of our arbitration guys, and we see that Nomar Mazara is leaving. Nomar Mazara is a right fielder for us, and he's left-handed. We already have his replacement ready for us. If we go to our lineups, what I'm going to go and show you is Nomar Mazara is going to be leaving us, and I think it's time that we got rid of Grulion and potentially Brujan. So what's going to happen is we have Nomar Mazara, you have Shohei Ohtani, and I think I need to add Brandon Marsh is going to take this spot. We have Miles Straw, who's going to take this backup position. That's going to be fine. We have Bruin here, who I don't mind getting rid of, just simply because we can potentially get some value out of him. I do think that we need to opt into the Derek Dietrich contract because I think he's too good to pass up. So let's look. We need to decide on here. Execute option. He's going to be, there we go, Ryan Presley. We are going to void his last year. Okay, so let's look. Extend a player, good. Work on position, good. Improve team stats, yes. Team record, yes. Increase profit. Long term, I can't be upset. Sign Dellin Betances. Have financial balance. Oof. So we need to make the World Series next year. New budget, just gonna keep going up. Retiring. Contract extended. Wow, I'm making money. Only that's how it worked in real life. So yeah, we are all up to snuff. We are all set. We're going to go through and see who we can get as free agents. So the two positions that I'm looking for, positions of need, is potentially a shortstop to maybe move on Jose Altuve, because I think he's going to start regressing really soon. And we have Taylor Walls, who can take over at second base already, so potentially a shortstop. That one's not 100%. I want a right-handed catcher. So look at that. We also have all three of our contracts signed. That's good. So right-handed batting catcher. That's what I want. And potentially another outfield bat. But I think that's going to be covered by Miles Straw. I think he's going to be our great depth guy in the outfield. And potentially we have some prospect pieces coming up as well. But nothing as big as what we currently have in the club. So I think if we can get ourselves a solid starting catcher, I think we will be fine. I need to add two right-handed bats, essentially, is what I'm saying. And I think that potentially, I think we're fine on the reliever end. Maybe we could add one high-end reliever. Starting pitching, we're the best starting pitching core in the entirety of Major League Baseball. I don't care what you have to say about that. Whenever all these awards are done, we're going to go back and look at them. But I think we have a Rookie of the Year and Teji Kamimura, the Shadow. I think Cy Young's going to go to Shohei or Teji, one of the two. Maybe even James Paxton. I think we're going to have some Gold Gloves, some Silver Sluggers. I think we're going to have a Silver Slugger for Jose Altuve, potentially even Taylor Walls. Silver Slugger for Mike Trout. What else are we going to have? Reliever of the year, potentially, in Dellin Betances or... Dellin Betances. And essentially, I think if I start to learn how to manage the back end of the bullpen, Manager of the Year. Awesome, we won Manager of the Year. So let's go ahead and see. Gold Glovers. We did not have a single Gold Glover. No Gold Glovers for us this year. So let's delete message, delete message, delete message. No reliever of the year. Because Kozovsky was actually in the running for it. Silver Slugger. Reese McGuire actually won the Silver Slugger for catchers. Yordan Alvarez, Jose Altuve. Let's see. Mike Trout and JD Martinez. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Silver Sluggers on this offense. That's great to see. Top rookie was Juan Acevedo. Teji Kamimura came in second place, with Brandon Marsh in third place. That's actually good to see. Essentially, he received slightly over half. That sucks. Let's see. I am the best manager. Chris Sale wins the Cy Young Award with Teji Kamimura, James Paxton, and Lance McCullers all in the running. That's good to see for me. Francisco Lindor wins his first MVP. Mike Trout finished in third. Shohei Ohtani finished in fifth. Taylor Walls finished in sixth. JD Martinez finished high as well. Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Teji Kamimura. Pretty much my entire big thing was big. And we see that Nomar Mazara has declined the qualifying offer and will be going to free agency. So let's go ahead and skip it forward to free agency. See if we can get that catcher. See if we can get that potential reliever. Let's see if we can get that potential outfielder. Looks like no outfielders are going to be here. Let's see Luis Navarro. Yep, so Luis Navarro, if he is a right... Yep, we're going to... But the catching ratings are not good. That is the only thing about him, is his catching ratings are not good, and that is something that I value in my catcher. And I think that's cool that we have this guy out of Mali. But his ratings aren't good either. This guy looks like a dominant reliever. I would be fine to get him. He looks like another... he's a dominant reliever. I would rather have him because he looks like he can pitch a lot of innings. Wow. 3 dominant relievers. A half-decent pitcher. So, yeah. Let's go see who we can get for catchers that can potentially help us. Let's go see if we can find a right-handed bat that can help us potentially move on from JD Martinez with that right-handed bat. And we are back, and it's about the winter meetings, and I'm pretty much done with everything that I'm going to be doing this offseason. Got myself 2 right-handed bats, while one of them's a switch hitter. That's going to be probably even best. I got another right-handed DH to replace the moved on from JD Martinez. Yes, we ended up trading him, and we got a relief pitcher in his place. I think I might be even waiting on one free agent still. Yes, I'm still waiting on Juan Luna. No, there's a lot of good reliever talent. I also was debating this guy right here, the Arturo guy. Excuse me, not you. mainly because left-handed pitcher would be just super useful. But I overall decided, you know what, I think I'm just going to go with the Juan Luna. With the low greed, high intelligence, I felt like he was just a smart guy to go with. Overall, was able to do some really good things. We got this guy, Luis Navarro, right-handed batter. Yes, he had huge upside as a batter, not really necessarily a good catcher. I kind of got him as a right-handed batter for a catcher, but ultimately decided, you know what? This isn't going to be the right thing for me to do. It's going to be nice to have a third catcher, but I decided, you know what? With the high contact rating, especially, he's going to do well against both right-handed and left-handed batters. Has a little bit better eye against right or left-handed pitching, but he does not struggle against either. So I'm expecting him to honestly bat 300 and put up 30 home runs. I'm expecting him to keep up with Mike Trout. And then also, this guy was a posted free agent, and this was his original asking contract. And I was just thinking, you know what? He's already Gold Glove winner. He's already a 3-time All-Star in his league, and he is an MVP, Platinum Stick Award winner. So let's just look at his history really quick. Most valuable player last year, Platinum Stick, Gold Glove, All-Star, most valuable player, Platinum Stick, Gold Glove, most valuable player, Platinum Stick, All-Star selection. I mean, 3-time All-Star, Silver Slugger, best fielder, 2-time MVP. To me, it was just a no-brainer to get Tomoya Mori. Especially because I hadn't noticed that there had been any, well, for lack of a better term, any good posted player, so I wanted to get one. But that means that Mori is going to be our starting catcher, Navarro is going to be our DH, Reese McGuire is going to be our backup catcher. What that means is we now have a pretty even split of right-handed to left-handed batters. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 everyday left-handed batters, 1, 2, 3 right-handed batters, and 2 switch-hitting batters. Also, with Miles Straw being on the back end because he's going to just be our fourth outfielder. Derek Dietrich is also going to help play a role this year. Leonardo Rivas might also do a job for us, but he actually might just end up being trade fodder. Vidal Bruin is probably going to be our extra guy in the lineup, so it's probably going to be Vidal Bruin. And then, wow, not a lot of depth, really. Actions, let's generate depth chart. Okay, there we go. That looks better. So yeah, we'll have Reese McGuire and Derek Dietrich, which Reese McGuire is still looking like a very serviceable catcher. He's part of our leadership core here, but I just could not pass up on a out-and-out catcher. Now, on the relieving side, as I said, I got a bona fide pitcher. He is going to be a great reliever for us, and he has potential to be an even better starting pitcher for us. Now, with Kukui being in the last year of his contract, if we look, he opted into his $13 million. I don't think he's going to be back next year. James Paxton, I think, is also coming on the end of his contract. He has a potential opt-out. Lance McCullers, he's going to be here for a while. Shohei Ohtani is going to be here a while, and Kamimura is going to be here for a while. But since we have 2 guys that are potentially leaving, we have Kyle Dowdy and Griffin Roberts here to replace him, which You guys know how I feel about Kyle Roberts, or Kyle Dowdy, excuse me. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead really quick and see what I can do with potential contract extensions. See if I can trade maybe Kukui, because I wouldn't mind getting rid of Kukui to open up the Griffin Roberts Kyle Dowdy tandem at number 6. But we'll just see. Potentially going to move on from Marshall Kozlowski as well, just knowing that his questionable work ethic. Let's see who else. I think Craig Kimbrell's done after. No, we haven't opted out for him, so potentially he could be done. DeMarcus Evans, he's looking really good. Richard Lovelady. The only thing that's good about him is he's left-handed. He's going to be our left-handed specialist. Yeah, our bullpen's looking pretty good. If I can, I will probably. If I could, I probably will potentially sign a couple extensions, see if I can trade away some people. But I'm going to skip ahead, and I will update you guys whenever I get there. So, guys, I've come to a decision. One thing that I think I am going to do is, just for your guys' sake and just for clarity, I'm going to come here really quick. And I'm going to switch to just the general manager. This is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. And there, commissioner mode's back off. I'm going to focus on setting the lineup. This is going to definitely be manager. That's me. Transactions, that's me. Initiate reactive trades, that's me. Drafting players, that's me. Setting budget, that's going to be my assistant. That is going to be me. Sign, fire, team personnel. That's going to be me. Sign, fire, minor league. Minor league free agents. All right. And we are all set there. Now, let's go ahead and see if we can get any manager, bench coach, or whatnot. Personnel. Well, what about manager? Who is this? Southern Maryland Blue Carbs. I'm not a fan of that. I'm going to get Alex Cora as my bench coach, and I am going to promote. Where is it? Going to promote you if I could point as manager in Los Angeles. So we got a pending offer. We're good there. Let's just go ahead and jump back into roster. Let's see what he's going to do for pitching. We already know that pitching, he's going to be there. Probably will end up sending down a couple people, but what I also want to make sure that you guys see, should I protect Josh Stowers? Soto might honestly be up this year as well, so it might be a time to look to move on from Jose Altuve if Soto comes up, which he's bats left-handed, so never mind. He's going to be a trade piece for us because I can't have another left-handed bat in my lineup. Stowers, he's going to have to stay there. Reed Humphreys, I can't afford to put you on the Matt Vogel, no. So yeah, between Leonardo Jimenez and Livan Soto, it's definitely going to be Leonardo Jimenez that I choose. I think he's going to be a little bit more safe being this low. What's his note? I don't know what his note is. Interesting. Nolan Hoffman. I'm just looking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my full minor league. This one guy is starting to look like he's going to be pretty decent. Left field wise, I mean, he's not going to be anything crazy, but he's going to be a pretty decent pitcher. If he can just get that stuff up a little bit more and develop those pitches into that 65, 60, 55, if he can get that, he will be a very serviceable piece for us. And he is only 18 years old. Holy crap. Anyone else in my international free agency? Or international? No pitchers, obviously. But, yeah. Oh, that's right. We got that catcher. Well, we signed this guy. And then, I want to say this was our signer from last year. She does not look good. At all. Whereas this guy looks fantastic. Joe Say already says he has 70 gap power. How about that? Oh well. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, y'all weren't supposed to see that. I'm going to go ahead and try and do some extensions and see what I can do. I will see you guys back in a little bit. All right. I said I was not going to make any more deals, but I did, and I'm a liar, and I'm sorry. But I think that you guys are going to be okay with it because... Oh, he's on my waivers, and we got Carlos Correa. And if we look at Carlos Correa, what does that mean for us? So... Carlos Correa is right here. He's considered one of the team leaders. The big thing about him is he's going to be a great defensive shortstop. He's a right-handed bat, another right-handed bat. So if we look at our lineups, let's go ahead, update. And we're going to have Taylor Walls set his position to second base. Let's see what happens. Actions, set game strategy. Oh, yeah, we have him forced started at second base. No. Lineups, actions. Did all lineups. There we go. So we have Carlos Correa, who's batting 7-hole for us, which really shows you how good of a lineup we've built. We also have Taylor Walls playing second base, who's already has gone up overall. And just looking at our stars, I think our worst player is actually Nate Lowe, former Rookie of the Year. Navarro's awesome. Marsh is awesome. Trout is awesome. Ohtani's awesome. Correa's great. Lowe is great. Walls is awesome. Yordan Alvarez is awesome. Maury is awesome. And then we got guys like Bruin, who honestly could be a starter most everywhere else, especially with that high contact potential. So he's going to be a great depth piece to have. Also having Derek Dietrich to play first base and left field. And then we also have Miles Straw, who's just going to be a defensive rock for us in the outfield, as well as pretty decent guy to have on our bench. So what that means is Rivas is definitely going to get sent back down. And yes, that's not necessarily what we what we needed for our lineup. I kind of like having the top guys, but what that does is it continues for us to have a right-handed bat in the lineup. It also continues for us to... What's going to suck is whenever we play at other places, because Navarro's going to want to be the catcher because his bat's just so good. Can he potentially... I think we need to get him to play first base instead of Yordan Alvarez. And then we'll have Navarro being the ever so often... Because, I mean, his range in the outfield is pretty decent. His air in the outfield is awful. I'm never going to put him out there, so we'll see. But with that being said, I think I'm just going to keep you guys around here until the regular season begins, because I think I have the depth for the World Series this year. I only got rid of 2 players. And I got rid of 3 players from my team that year. I got Jose Altuve back in Houston where he belongs, because Jose Altuve I don't think will ever leave Houston personally. He's just for... Yes, okay, sweet. That's the last guy that we needed. And I'm only taking a gamble on him because with how much my other pitchers have been developing other pitches, if he develops another pitch, he's going to be a front of the rotation starter. So I just thought that he would be a guy to take a slight gamble on instead of other players. And then I have this guy who OSA is much higher on than my guy is. And I mean, he's not a crazy guy. He just has stuff with good movement, I guess, because he's a ground ball pitcher. So, geez, I actually didn't need to get any people. Yeah. I think I'm starting to overload myself. And I think because of that, we're just going to keep going on to... we'll see who made it into the Hall of Fame. I'm expecting to see some people. I'm not sure yet. That's a fantastic way to say it. I'm expecting to see some people. That's just kind of stupid. Okay, so we'll see who got into the Hall of Fame. So Alex Rodriguez and David Ortiz are now your newest people. Sammy Sosa didn't make it. Tim Lincecum, AJ Pierzynski, Adam Dunn, Alfonso Soriano, Paul Konerko, Kyle Loesch, and Carl Crawford. Of these guys down here, Prince Fielder's not going to make it. Andy Pettit's not going to make it. I'm sad to see Billy Wagner right here because I loved Billy Wagner as a kid. He was my first closer I ever got to watch in real life. And I also understand closers aren't necessarily seen as hot commodities anymore. You just kind of have 3 or 4 elite arms in the bullpen and a specialist or a long reliever, and then another above average arm, and there's your bullpen core. So I'm just expecting this year, out of all of my years, I think this is the best offensive team that I've made Let's look. Drop draft budget down a lot. Okay. Preseason begins. Let's play until spring training. And then always for spring training, I sit there and I just have it set up my lineup. I don't care. But I don't know what about that scouting discovery. That scouting discovery that's starting to turn out to be a pretty decent player is definitely making me hope. Oh, well, I'm not re-signing James Paxton or Kikui to contracts, even though they're already established bona fide pitchers. Let's look for player development upgrade. Griffin Roberts, I think I am going to move on from him. James Paxton starting to regress. Albert Abreu never really turned out into anything that we wanted. Jordan Alvarez is looking good. This guy right here, Juan Pulido's already up to 3 or 2.5 star. Hopefully his stuff can get a little bit better. What's his left field ratings like? I mean, he has potential there, but yeah, I would play him as a one-way player. Levon Soto. Leonardo Jimenez. Yikes. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll just go ahead and delete all messages. I am just hoping that my team can get through one round of the playoffs. Not the singular playoff game, but a full round. That's all I'm hoping for. Because we can get there. We can easily get there. We just set the record for the most wins. So, I think for me, I just need to make sure that I'm... Tommy Mora is... I hope he gets his Cy Young or something. I hope that Mike Trout is really in his stride this year. I don't care if he's putting up MVP numbers, but if Mike Trout's in his stride, he will be. I'm just excited to see where this season is going to go, especially considering I do feel like I have the best pitching staff in baseball, and again, not just the best batting in baseball, but I would say probably if my batting from this year went up against last year's, I would pick this year just on pure statistics. So, spring training, sweet. Just looking to see Asdrubal Cabrera. Because I traded them back, Jose Altuve. Alright, so spring training, the easiest way to do it is ask. And then I always, at the end of the year, just... also, I do have Dellin Betances on a 3-year contract with opt-outs of every single year. So you'll start to see me doing that a lot more. Who else? I know I added someone on a contract. We can just go up to the history and see. Got him, traded him, extension. Who did I trade you for? Oh, Jahmai Jones. Ace Navarro, traded. Actually, I am going to see if I can shop player around, and I only want prospects. Yeah, I can get prospects. Now, I do not need a catcher for a couple of years, especially considering I have 3 on my roster right now. Julian Smith. He's in AAA, so that's kind of disheartening. Let's keep looking. Oh well. We will go ahead and play until opening day. And we will see what we can accomplish. Well, we're not starting that great. We're definitely not starting that great for spring training, but overall, not really. Sorry, professional YouTuber over here just got an email that I needed to read, so that's why I was quiet for a couple of seconds there. Just making sure that everything's under control, and everything is, which is awesome. Reese McGuire is not happy, and Vidal Bruin is not happy that I got rid of, or I pretty much outed them as players. So that's gonna be fun. Right now, 8-8, kind of on the struggle bus a little bit. So the two guys that we're gonna, I do think though that trading with the Houston Astros, getting their shortstop for our second baseman, is going to be a big plus for us, because not only are we actually strengthening overall, but I think we're weakening them overall, because we're going to have a better shortstop, and I think a better shortstop's more important than a better second baseman. And then we end up, I think, improving our payroll just slightly with the Jose Altuve trade. We don't get the contact nearly that Jose Altuve had. And that's what he brought to the... You're day-to-day, it doesn't matter. And opening day is only in like 2 days, so get over it. You're not even going to make the roster, so just calm yourself. I would not mind. I would rather play against the other divisional winner, because I have a feeling it's going to be Cleveland or Baltimore, because Baltimore is actually getting pretty stacked now. New York's not going to be sustained. Actually, if the New York Yankees win the division, I hope we play them, because their pitching is not nearly as good as it used to be. But the big thing about them is they're strikeout machines, and we're strikeout pitching machines. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the top 100 prospects. We have Juan Sosa, which is in our... Well, let's go ahead and look at the reports and reports here. Let's look at top prospects. Right now, I think we'll have 2. Justin... Wow, he's still a top prospect. Yeah, we're trading him this year. Joe Adell's still a top prospect, but I don't think he's going to be as good. And then Juan Sosa, which Juan Sosa in our international stuff is a top prospect. Pitching-wise, I think that we might have 1. No. And no, we do not have any, actually. It's interesting. So, also, let's go ahead and before we look at anything else, we're going to just get here. We're going to look at current salary. Go all the way to the bottom. And just get everyone who has a minor league salary, get them back in the minor leagues, because they're most likely not going to be... No. Why would I be releasing Reed Humphreys? Interesting. That was interesting. So now we have gotten our lineup down to what? 35 guys. Taylor Ward's going down. Leonardo Rivas is going down. Zach. Cancel. Grullion's going down. Pedro Fernandez is going down. And now we need to make sure that 5 other people go down. Albert Abreu is going to have to go down. Okay. So 4 more players got to go down. Let's look at overall. It's looking to be Devin Watts going down. Let's go ahead. Oh, yeah, it's going to be pitchers that go down. Wow, Ty Batry. So all 3 got... I'm going to move Kyle Dowdy down just because I know I have the option years for him. And he's going to be a big part of next year. I'm keeping him as a gamble. I'm trading you for prospect, and I'm not worrying about it. Brady McConnell actually looks really good. Not really. Wait, let's go see if I can also trade that other guy. Let's have him as a package. We should see some pretty decent guys, hopefully. Let's look for even regulars at this point as well. Yeah, we're getting a lot of regulars. Wow. Tanner Scott's interesting. Javier Baez, that's cool, but not who I'm exactly looking for. Julian Smith guy. Actually, Julian Smith. Yeah, we're doing Julian Smith. Then let's go back to our lineup. We are just missing one person. Who is it going to be? I think it's actually going to be Marcus Evans. Yeah, that's what we're going to start out with. Those are the 13 guys. And let's go ahead and update all lineups. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We got 2 guys who can pinch run. Derek Dietrich is going to still play a good role for us. Reese McGuire is going to be our guy every now and then. Navarro, hopefully. I want to see how he did batting wise. Let me see. No. Okay, well, with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the ports. Let's look at preseason predictions. That is almost 1,000 runs. 231 home runs. I think that's only going to be second to the Yankees. 280 average, 113 stolen bases, with 600 runs against. Wow, that's awesome. So looking at it, we have Mike Trout, who's supposed to make an appearance again. That average is going down, which is scary, but that home run's at 46. Dang. And then we're going to have Brandon Marsh batting 300 with 24 home runs, and then Navarro batting 290 with 27 home runs. Wow. So we're supposed to see an explosion of offense. And then we have Shohei Ohtani, who's going to be pitching to a 3.5 ERA, 239 strikeouts, my goodness. And then Kamimura, who's supposed to have 201 strikeouts by himself, along with 179 innings, 3.71 ERA. I mean, I don't know what else you can ask for. Wins, Shohei is supposed to have 18, with Kamimura supposed to have 13. Wow. I do want to look at spring stuff because I want to look and see where my guys stood. If any one of my guys... Actually, this is stupid. Okay, I think that's going to be it for me for this time. Let's just go ahead and make sure that... Well, Juan Sosa is my number one guy. Julian Smith is also right there. Michael Harris, Livan Soto, and Leonardo Jimenez are my prospects. I'm excited to get into this game. I'm excited to get into this year. We should do very well. Also, that's actually a pretty decent idea. Let's look at waivers. Make sure that Kenta Maeda would be cool, but I don't need him. Oh, is that all play? Nope. Look at... There's abundance. There is an absolute, utter abundance of starting pitchers and relief pitchers in this game. I'm going to check free agents just because you never know who's there. Joseph Sanchez guy looks like he could be a piece. Justin Bour wants a minor league contract. I mean, I'll offer it. I don't care. Okay, and I think that's going to be it from us for this year. Daniel Murphy could have potentially been a better... Oh, well, that's going to be it for us for this off-season. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited to potentially get on here and get into this season. So, yeah, let's go get into it. Let's go win ourselves a World Series. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you all so much for watching.